What's up, y'all? I am coming to you today with another video. Um, Different format, as you can see. Not my usual setup, but I I just wanted to come and do a video because it's been a minute since I did my last video, and it was my intention to do a video this week um, on something completely different than what I'm doing right now, but I just didn't have the energy to do it, and um, I still plan to do that video, but just not right now, I guess. The purpose of this video is for me to have something to post and, just try to remain consistent with my uploads, even if it's not related to, you know, my job situation and my next steps. But I, there's so much on my mind right now that I want to talk about. Um, I don't know that I'll be able to talk about it all, but I just really wanted to make this video, I guess, to see what comes forth. Um, right now, in particular, I am feeling very heavy for specific reasons. Mainly, it's like the topic of, or the theme of, like, life like, not really being what I would have expected it to be like for me right now at this point in time in my life. Like, not just my career or, things like that, but just generally, like, everyday life. And places you thought you would be by now, and the reality of life, and things that growing up we looked forward to that they told us would be the case for us, but it's really not. Like, life just doesn't go according to plan. And I'm feeling a little emotional right now because is something in particular on my heart and mind right now. That, is not what I would want it to be. And I don't really have any control over it. But that's the life, right? So I hate that I'm even like crying about it, but like, I don't know. If you see this bandage on my arm, I went to get blood work this morning, so that's what that's about. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I wish was different. Um, there's a lot of great things happening too, of course, but it's just tough, man. It's tough because none of us asked to be here, right? None of us asked to be alive. We just randomly, like, one day came about because our parents met, or however the story might have went. Our parents conceived us, and 9 months later, or maybe less than 9 months if you're a preemie, but we were here. And so you're born into this world that you didn't ask to be born into. And then you are tasked with having to go through all the motions. And when you're a kid, it's like it's smooth sailing for the most part, right? If you had a childhood, because I am aware that there's a lot of children out there that don't have childhoods, but from the context of my experience, from the context of my experience, I did have a childhood. Was it everything that I wanted it to be? No, not necessarily, but again, that's life. You just kind of get born into whatever circumstance, and you have to deal with that and find a way to make it work and make it through. um but yeah, like as a child, in this context that I'm talking about, you have it easy for the most part. And um it's really sad for the kids that don't. But then you go through your childhood, your adolescence, and teen years, and then you become a young adult and into adulthood. But before all of that, you gotta figure out what you're gonna do when you turn 18, whether you go to college or trade school, or whether you just go straight to working, go off to the military. Whatever your next step is, you have to figure it out. And from there, get your job or whatever you're doing to live this life that we never asked for. And I don't think that's inherently bad, because, again, there are some beautiful moments in life that make you feel good and make you feel seen, and just makes everything feel worth it. But it's hard because, and I don't know if it's because I'm in America, but maybe things are different elsewhere. But this society that we live in, this capitalist society that makes us go to school, makes us go to work, and just go, 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 go all the time. Before you even know who you are, right? Before you even really truly know who you are, you have to be making decisions on how you will make money to sustain you for the rest of your life, for the most part, right? You got to figure out how you are going to contribute to society, how you're going to contribute to society in order to, you know, make the world a better place, but then also make sure that you are able to keep yourself afloat. And it's so crazy because even that's not foolproof, because there's people that's doing their part, doing what they need to do, and still can't make ends meet. And it's just really sad, man. It's really sad that there's so much potential in the world. And I feel myself getting emotional again, but I don't know. It's just there's so much potential in the world, but so much potential that will never be tapped into because of the limitations that this world or this society places on us, and the systems that have been built to keep people down who who are not maybe in the top 1%, or the people who, just get lucky. You know, obviously there's more to it than that, but the truth of the matter is that there's so many talented people out here that do what they need to do, that have a plan, that have a vision and a goal, that work hard, but they will never see the fruits of their labor in the way that they would have envisioned it. And that's really sad. I think that despite what's going on right now in the world, we're very privileged here in America, and in particular those who have, the support system and the means. We're very, lucky here to be able to have all the opportunity that we do have. But there's people in other parts of the world, or even here, that just don't have the same opportunities or luck or whatever. And it's really unfortunate. I don't really know what the purpose of this video is, but I just feel like I wanted to express that, what I'm feeling inside. I wanted to express my grief, my sadness for just the way that things are in the world today. And it's just, I don't know what the solution is. Maybe there is no solution. Well, yeah, I guess that there isn't a solution because I didn't make this system. I was just thinking about like all the things going on in this world right now, and things that you hear about, in the news, and our food supply, water supply, job market, just basic things that we need to make a living, and how we don't have control over it at all. And I'm like, wow, this is something. I don't know how we got here. Like, I know what history says, and obviously we have that, but you can't always trust everything either with that, because they rewrite history as they see fit, right? So, but even beyond that, how we got here as a species and just the world in general, it fascinates me. And we'll never know. We'll never really truly know the answers. We have theories and things like that, but we will never really know where all of this came from, or what truly is the point. Um, we give ourselves in our own lives meaning and purpose. And maybe that's what it is about. Maybe that's what it's about, is, you know, giving yourself and your own life meaning and purpose that can influence those around you. And we just continue on like that. But I'm getting off track here. What I was saying is all the stuff that they're doing in this world, I was just thinking about it the other day, like, wow, I really have no control over it. And so I guess the only thing that I can really do is surrender to it, you know, because since the beginning of time, like, nature has just played itself out as it does, you know what I mean? Like, and it sucks because as humans, we have, you know, feelings, emotions, thoughts. And so we want to control things as much as we possibly can. Even if you're not like a control freak, it's like you have things in your life that you want a certain way. You have, ideas and things like that that you want to see come forth. into reality. But none of it is ultimately in our control as much as we think, because even if someone has, things figured out here in this realm, we don't know. Like, with what's going on in the world, we don't know if a natural disaster is just going to come and wipe us out as a species. You know what I mean? Like, anything can happen. The way that our food and water are, like, just not in the healthiest state right now, and our air, like, just everything has some type of like pollution to it. It's like, I don't know, man. It's just weird. It's just so weird that we live in this world like this. And there's people who, they go off grid, they're doing their own thing, which is great, but ignorance, they say ignorance is bliss, but I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe those people who are living off grid, ignorant to what's going on, maybe they are bliss. They're living in bliss, and maybe the effects of everything that's going on right now won't really impact them in their lifetime. So I guess if you look at it like that, you could go through life and not really care about the issues of this world and make it out all right. But I think that for me in particular, obviously I'm someone who has a lot on my mind. I have a lot of things that, or a lot of ways that I would like to live my life. And the current state of our world, politics, all of that, it really bothers me. It really bothers me. And the worst part is that I can't do anything about it. Obviously, I vote or, do little things in my community where I can. And that's me doing my part. But I really don't think me doing my part is going to make a massive change in the way that the world is playing out right now. It's fascinating how we put these societies together and the rules and all those things, and try to live together with, people that don't necessarily share our same worldviews. But we try to find ways to compromise and live together because, well, there's so many of us on this world. We have to coexist. But I don't know, man. The little girl in me would have never thought that this is what life is really about. And I say that because I was very sheltered growing up, so I just would have never thought that the world was this messed up. And I can see why. I can see why people uh I can see why people may hang on to religion, because with religion you can dissociate from all of the negativity in this life and look forward to a life beyond this, right? So I can see how religion at face value can really answer a lot of questions for people and ease their pain and burdens. But the reality is that's not even that's not even scratching the surface to what what a person has to deal with on a daily basis.
you know, and that's a whole nother topic, honestly, that I don't really want to get into right now. But I just wanted to come and share my thoughts. Um, I am okay. Like, I holistically am okay, but I'm also sad. And I wish that things were different. I really wish that things were different. And they say that money doesn't buy happiness, which, okay, I can agree with that, because there's people who have all the money in the world that are miserable. But for people who don't really have money like that, like those rich people out there that literally do not have to think about what, like, how they're going to pay for, their meal today, or don't have to worry about, like, limits on how they vacation, or just things that they're able to do in their day-to-day life. I think that I think that those people have it good, and but for those who don't have those things, money makes a huge difference, man. It makes a huge difference, and it can actually buy happiness. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, it can buy happiness, because some people really just have issues with the money, or the things that they can't they're not able to navigate in this life because of the lack of funds that's keeping them back. So I do think that money can buy happiness in its own way. Just wanted to come on here and talk, and hopefully I was making some sense to someone. But at the end of the day, like, I just wanted to express and get this off of my mind. But I hope that you all are doing well, and I really appreciate you guys for just being here with me and listening to my thoughts. And definitely feel free to leave a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts if you have any. And feel free to subscribe and share this video with anyone that you may feel like needs to hear this. And thank you so much for just your time and your energy. I am going to go about my day. I have some things that I need to get done today, and I have 2 weeks left of my job. So I am definitely looking forward to that, along with a whole range of emotions. But I'm taking everything a day at a time, and we'll continue to see how things progress. Take care. See you guys later.